आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेतेन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षममृतवयं निगमशाकिशिखा प्रवालम् हैरम्बमं गुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनित्रं विघ्नाद्रिभेदशतधारजलन्तरण्ः सर्वेषां स्वागतम्. So welcome to the Saṃskāra session for the 48th shloka. So we are talking about the Trimurti, the Trinity, that we are the primary manipulations or the attributes of the Nirguna Brahman or the primordial matter. So now we talk about Vishnu. Now Vishnu is said to be the preserver. Why the preserver? We will see. So he is the preserver. He is known to manifest. So we see there are certain shlokas that gives also. We will go through that. So so Vishnu, the word comes from Vish dhatu. So Vish is to pervade. You know, we all pervasive. We say that means the one who is existent everywhere. This we cannot understand it if we bring him into a certain form. Oh, is he everywhere looking over us? No. He is in Paramanu Rupa. Paramanu Rupa Sriman Narayana. So when we talk about I spoke about different creations and then Brahma being the one who is carrying on that force from one existence ending and the second existence starting. I said certain data is carried forward. The remnants of the previous creation is also getting forward. It is also being carried forward. And those remnants are being used to create the second creation, second universe. And that means the one who has existed in the previous universe is also existent in this universe, but in different forms. His form is that of different forms has been the forms that we can understand. His form remains the same. That is the atomic form. Same atom is going to be there. It is like taking a plastic. You use that plastic to make a small box. You make a small pen. You make a pad. You make a writing pad is there. You make a cell phone. It is the same atomic form. That is not going to change. That is sthirata. And that form has given rise to different manifestations that we can sustain through. That means the atom that we are finding in a plant, in an animal, in ourselves, everything is same. Then what is changing? It is their manifested forms that is changing, that is making it easier for us to sustain. So we are using that matter, whatever is the existent matter, that only to sustain ourselves when we ourselves are a product of manipulated matter. So that is the reason we say Vishnu is everywhere. And Vishnu depicts sustenance. How is the whole existence sustaining us? It is sustaining us through the same matter that we are also made up of. There is no speciality in that. There is no difference in that. The manifested forms are different, but the atomic forms are all the same. We're all made up of atoms. We all have the same, whatever is the aspects, etc., etc. We all exist in the same way. Yet, we are able to sustain ourselves in this form because of some other manifested thing from the same atom. Therefore, Vishnu is a concept which is saying all pervasive. All pervasive is there everywhere. It is to permeate, permeate. The person who is there in all the forces. That is the primordial matter in its form itself. So that is the reason I specifically spoke about certain when we say, like for example, Vishnu Sahasranam. Yes. So when we talk about Vishnu Sahasranam, there is a shloka in the end, I suppose. Brahmovacha. नमोस्तु अनंताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षि शिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटि युगधारिणे नमः. What are we trying to say over here? He is someone with a sahasra shirsha. Meaning that Purusha Sukta is also there. Sahasra shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad. So, what are they trying to say over here? Namostu Anantaya. Anantaya is unlimited, limitless. Limitless Sahasra Murtaye. Sahasra Murtaye, Sahasra manifested forms. Murti. Sahasra Padakshi. Pada Akshi. Pada and eyes. Shiroru Bahavi. The one we are not, this is the mistake we do when we think about the Vishwarupa saying that there is Sahasra. It is not like that. The same atom is being manifested as me also, as being manifested as somebody also. Therefore, he can be this hand also. He can be the hand, or he can be the four limbs of an elephant also. He can be the limbs of a giraffe also. Sahasra Bahave. Sahasra Shiraha, different forms. This Shira. It can be the Shira of anybody. It can be the Shira of 1,000 different humans, all the humans, all other different life forms. Anywhere we denote a Shira, it can be from the same atom. It can take manifest itself. It is only a matter of coming together. That's all. So there comes the knowledge that he is limitless in forms. He is limitless. That is the reason we say Sahasra Murtaye. Murti is manifestation, bringing about manifestation. He is in that atomic form which can be manifested as anything and everything. Sahasra Padakshi Shirorubahave. Sahasra Namne. Akhyata is it is the whole word that we have made. It dwells only in Akhyata. That means names. So, Sahasra Namne Purushaya Shashwate. But Purushaya Shashwate, he is the, not the Purusha as a male, no, Purushaya Shashwati, he is the energy that cannot be destroyed. Purusha, Chaitanya Rupa, that cannot be destroyed. Purushaya Shashwate. Sahasra Koti Yugadharine Namaha. Regardless of the cycle of time, the evolution of time, dilution, condensation of time, he will remain as it is. Time dilution might have some different effect on different things with comparison to what our existence is, but it will not alter the matter. No, it will not alter the atom. It will remain as it is. So regardless of how much ever the time changes, that will not change. That is, the atom won't change. The smallest particle won't change. Actually, I'm saying atomic more in the sense of Paramanu Rupa. We are not even talking about atomic. Atomic in modern, that is Western connotation, is one atom we are talking about. But in Sanskrita, it is Paramanu Rupa. Parama Anu. There is no denotion. Meaning is that it is not the atomic form. Somebody says atom was the smallest particle at some point of time. Then they found out there are smaller particles within that also, electrons, protons, etc. Now there are some smaller particles within that also called as God particle, Higgs boson. We are talking about the smallest particle, that is Parama Anu. Anutve Param, that is in that micro nature, microsm nature, it is the smallest. That will not change Because even destruction will happen only until it reaches the Paramanu Rupa. After that, you cannot destroy it. So therefore, that is Shashvata. That is not changing. And therefore, if it is not changing, there is no birth also, there is no death also. If there is no birth and there is no death, obviously, if there are multiple universes created, it would be created with the same material only. If I have a limited, let us say I have so much of sand, I have to create something out of it. I want to create some akara out of it, I will do it with that only. If I have to create a ghata out of it, a pot out of it, I'll do it with that only. It is the same particles, right? So this concept is there in Vishnu. That is the reason he is all pervasive. So in the whole existence, Vishwa, he is that Anurupa, Paramanu Rupa. That concept is depicted through Vishnu. And why this is important is because if we can sustain, we are not talking about creation and ending. It is sustained, the Shashvata. That is the reason he is able to sustain us. See, if it can get destroyed at any point of time, then any manifestation will get destroyed completely. Then a new manifestation, new building block has to come up. But this, and one of the biggest arguments between a Vaishnava and different deity aradhakas, that is the Shaiva or any other form, is basically comparison of Brahman in this way. But the for argument for Vaishnavas is simply that the Paramanu Rupa, that is the Paramanu Rupa of the complete total existence is Vishnu. And that Paramanu Rupa does not have a beginning or an end. That means he is above creation and destruction. Therefore, he is considered as Uttama. That is the reason Dvaitis also say Vayu Jivottama Hari Sarva. That is the argument that is being made. But Vishnu over here is simply depicting that element of creation that is not going to get destroyed. That means that is the stability it is providing. Therefore, he is giving a sustaining environment. Therefore, he is able to sustain us. Imagine a office. There are so many employees who join the office every year. There are so many who leave. If somebody is joining, somebody is leaving. How does the many people are joining, many people are leaving? How does the work in that organization get carried forward? There is one constant. It can be tattvika, it can be manifested form also. There is one constant. The person who is able to hold on to that constant, that person will survive the company. He will be lending to the survival of the company. Therefore, that tattva is Vishnu. That tattva is what we are saying as indestructible. And that is present everywhere within everyone. Because of which we have to say that we are all same or he exists within all of us. That Aham Brahmasmi makes a little more sense. So that concept has been cemented through the deification of Vishnu. And if we see anything, I've already specified this, maybe we'll talk about the forms at some point of time. The forms that has been decided, this is what he looks like, those are all depictive of his nature. When we talk about Vishnu, he's sleeping, he's not exactly sleeping, he's in Yoga Nidra. So he's in that form where there is stability. He is not even standing. The others will stand up. If you see Brahma, he's always sitting down. He doesn't stand. Because there has to be a focal point for expansion. There has to be one focal point for a total expansion. things around expand. So that, but there has to be one focal point. So he always sits. That is the point of origin. Vishnu you will always see is sleeping or in a Shayanavatar. That shows the stability. That is the nature where we are mind too becomes very much stable when we are in that pose. So that is the depiction. Rudra is always dancing that we will discuss in the next part of the Saṃskāra session. So Vishnu specifically is a depictive force of that Nirguna Brahman, which is a constant, and is present all pervasive, which is the nature of the universe, which is the nature of creation and existence itself. So that we are trying to denote through Vishnu. So with that, we will conclude the session. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि।